This episode is sponsored by Loot Crate Gaming. Use the link in the description to sign up. I'll see you at the end of this video for an unboxing. Hey guys, Grant again, and I've recovered a bit since my last Five Nights at Freddy's video. I talked to my doctor, he gave me some Xanax, and we're all good now. If you don't know what Xanax is, it's a drug middle-aged white ladies take so they can deal with their husbands neglecting them. Basically, I'm married to FNAF, and it wears the pants in the relationship. So anyway, last time I made a fuss about the new cutscenes that were released in the Sister Location update. Scott said that these scenes were in fact canon, but that the night itself was uncanon. So, I guess we're just chopping up our game into little bite-sized pieces and telling fans what's real and what isn't, huh, Scott? Let's take a second to review what everyone thinks they know. With this new information, people now believe that Eggs Benedict, the Sister Location main character, is actually William Afton's son, Michael Afton. Everyone was all, oh fuck, some real information, we have something concrete now. Well, allow me to pop those happy thought bubbles. Everything you saw in those cutscenes is indeed canon, but we are not playing as Michael Afton. Oh no, it's someone even more interesting. And I'm going to explain who it is and how I know in the story. You never know. I'll be the first to admit, what I said must sound crazy. I mean, the guy says his name is Michael for crying out loud. But that's not the part I think people are getting wrong. Let me ask you, where did the theory that we're playing as Michael Afton, William's son, come from? Well, before the update, I, along with many other prominent YouTubers, made theories that Eggs Benedict was in fact William Afton. We proved this by bringing in the FNAF book, The Silver Eyes, where it's revealed that William Afton is the purple guy. Sister Location had many prominent clues pointing towards purple guy being Eggs Benedict, and on that point we were correct. We do play as purple guy, but now it's been revealed that William Afton is not purple guy in the games, only in the book. So many YouTubers jumped to the conclusion that Michael is talking to his father. He must be talking to William Afton. But show me the proof that William has a son named Michael. Is that anywhere in the games? No. This was a major jump that people made without realizing their mistake. I hear you saying, but Grant, the game is based around saving the green-eyed girl, purple guy's sister. It only makes sense Michael would be William Afton's son. Again I say, where's the proof? All our beliefs came from purple guy being William Afton, which isn't true in the games. So we have to disregard all our preconceived notions of who is related to who for Sister Location and start from the beginning. So throw out everything you've heard about Sister Location. We're starting completely over and getting down to some basic facts that we know for certain. Did you throw everything out? Okay, good. Let's go over what we do know. First off, Sister Location's location is underneath the crying child's house from FNAF 4. We can tell because typing 1983 into the keypad in the secret room during the 5th night gives us access to the camera feeds of the crying child's house. Also, during the Golden Freddy Breaker Room challenge, we get floor plans of the crying child's house as well as the path from the house to Fazbear's Pizza. And Game Theory said that, so if you have an issue with it, call 1-800-MATPAT. This means that the crying child's family is definitely connected to Sister Location. We also know for sure that the green-eyed girl from FNAF 4 is the same green-eyed girl that gets killed by Baby. The resemblance between the sprites is too close for it to be anyone else. Also, we can see in the minigame that Baby's eyes used to be blue, but now that the girl inhabits Baby, her eyes are green. Next, we know that Michael, who remember is purple guy and the character we play as, was sent by his father to save the green-eyed girl. This implies a family bond between Michael, the green-eyed girl, and the crying child. But it doesn't imply that this is the Afton family, and I don't believe it is. Not anymore. No, I believe that this family is Henry's family. And before you start a comment shitstorm, let me explain why. First off, for those who don't know, according to the Silver Eyes, the Fazbear franchise was started by two business partners, Henry and William Afton. William Afton took care of the business side of things, whereas Henry's job was to build the animatronics, the main attraction of the restaurants. So Henry would be very familiar with the animatronics. And if you watched our Purple Guy's Innocent Part 2 video, we explained how Henry programmed the animatronics to murder in certain circumstances. Now recall that during the very hard mode cutscene, Michael says,
"They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you."
Who would the animatronics be more likely to mistake Michael for? William Afton the businessman, or Henry, their creator? Michael being Henry's son may actually make more sense because we've played as a Mike earlier in the franchise. At the end of Michael's cutscene, he says, "I'm going to come find you," while referring to his father. Where would you look to find one of the owners of Fazbear Entertainment? If I was an eggplant-colored man, I would probably begin searching at one of the other Freddy Fazbear's locations. Enter Mike Schmidt. Now I realize that this may seem like a coincidence, but let's not forget why Mike Schmidt got fired: for tampering with animatronics and odor. Doesn't seem like such a coincidence anymore, now does it? Purple Guy is a man inside a rotten body. Of course he would smell foul. And he knows that there are children stuck inside the animatronics because his sister's soul was stuck inside one. So Mike Schmidt tampering with the FNAF 1 animatronics now has a reason, because he's the same Michael that worked in Sister Location and turned purple. Only in FNAF 1, Mike is looking for his father, Henry. This might mean that Henry's full name is Henry Schmidt. Now think back to FNAF 4. We know the Crying Child's family has 3 siblings: the Crying Child, the green-eyed girl who lives in this room, and the older brother who's an asshole with the foxy mask. Let's look at the girls' room for a moment. Remember when FNAF 4 first came out and no one could explain why there was a broken apart Mangle in the girls' room? We just assumed it was to show that this was Purple Guy's house or that Mangle wasn't created yet. But that wasn't the clue Scott was trying to leave us. The point of Mangle lying broken on the floor was to show that Mangle hadn't been created by Henry yet, but that he was in the process of making Mangle. Henry, as the animatronic creator, would likely have all the pieces of animatronics in his house. And there they are. And there's more to back this up. In the Silver Eyes, Henry's daughter, who is named Charlie by the way, talks about playing with pieces of animatronics when she was younger. And here we have animatronic parts in a girl's room. Now I do want to clarify that the Silver Eyes FNAF universe and the game universe are completely separate universes. We are 100% sure of this because in the Silver Eyes, William Afton is the Purple Guy. That's definitely not true in the games now. These two universes are different, which is why we had to throw out everything we believed about Michael being William's son in the first place. But there are similarities and consistencies between the two universes, and Henry's daughter playing with animatronic parts may be one of them. A seemingly unimportant one, but a major clue as to whose family this actually is. We also learned from Silver Eyes that at least in that universe, Henry has a daughter and a son, possibly more than one. Never in any FNAF universe has it been proven that William Afton ever had any children. Now let's move on to the piece of evidence that to me really cements the idea that these kids are Henry's and not William's. In Sister Location, we hear the green-eyed girl talking to her father saying, "Daddy this and Daddy that," like all snot-nosed kids do. But this one really stands out.
Daddy just once let me go play with her. She's so pretty and shiny. Didn't you make her just for me?
Didn't you make her just for me? The green-eyed girl is saying her dad made Baby and Henry made all the animatronics. This is proof that the green-eyed girl is not William Afton's daughter, but Henry's. And if that's true, then the Crying Child is her brother, and Michael is not William's son, but Henry's. So suck it, Wikipedia! Look at how many places they said that Purple Guy is Michael Afton. Here, and here, and here! This is the 5% of the time your teachers worry about when they tell you not to use Wikipedia, because sometimes the info is wrong. Thanks, Mr. Bonar. So what does this mean for the FNAF universe? Well, for starters, it means that Henry may actually be the true villain of the games, specifically the games. Again, the book is another universe with a different Purple Guy. Can't stress that point enough. So Scott may be trying to lead us all into thinking that the next game is about finding William Afton, when in reality, it'll be about finding Henry Schmidt. This discovery still leaves out so many questions that we need to fill. The biggest one being, who is Pink Guy that we see during the Go 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 Foxy minigame, and again during the Give Them Cake minigame? So many in the FNAF fanbase have been thinking that Purple Guy is definitely the killer. But he isn't. Do you realize that we never once see Purple Guy kill anyone? He will randomly appear during the Save Them minigame of FNAF 2, and we see him tear apart animatronics in the minigames of FNAF 3. But I believe this is actually to free the souls of the children trapped inside of them, which works. As we can see in the final minigame of FNAF 3, all the ghosts or spirits of the children have been freed, but the spirits mistook Michael for his father Henry. What is seen in shadows can be easily misunderstood in the mind of a child. All these dead children are just that, children. They mistook Michael being helpful and freeing them from their animatronic prisons for being hostile. The children's spirits chased him into the Golden Bonnie suit, where he gets trapped and becomes Springtrap. But because he is obviously still needed in this world for something and cannot die, Michael stays alive again. A spirit trapped inside a decomposing body, trapped inside a Springlock suit. All of this brings us back to the overarching question of the entire FNAF franchise. Who's the killer? And why are they killing children? From what we know and discussed in our earlier FNAF videos, it actually seems like Henry is more likely to be the killer than William Afton. But we just don't know yet, because like always, Scott left out just enough information to need another game for us to put all the pieces together. But for now, remember, William Afton may not be at fault at all. It was Henry who designed the animatronics. It was Henry's children who died in this tale, and it might have been Henry killing people all along. Wouldn't that be the perfect twist to the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise? The one character barely mentioned, revealed as the true villain in the end. I can see it. Can you? And that's the story. You never knew. But wait, we just solved another mystery! How to get Loot Crate at a discount! Thanks to our sponsor Loot Crate, you can get Loot Crate's curated gaming box at a discount that would scare any animatronic away. For less than $25 a month, you can get tons of amazing and exclusive gaming stuff. Just last month, we got a Loot Crate filled with awesome goodies, like this exclusive Dragon Age figure, Assassin's Creed Black Flag shirt, this awesome Mythic poster, and tons of other cool stuff. Just click the link in the description and enter Treesicle to save 10% on your crates. Plus, if you sign up before the 27th, you'll get this month's gaming crate too. Thank you all so much for supporting our sponsor, and in turn supporting Treesicle. We love you all, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a happy and wonderful holidays from all of us here at Treesicle. Bye-bye, mya.